everyone, my name is Joel and I am here today to teach you how to use simple present tense. We often get confused how to use tense forms, and here is how we use simple present tense. We normally use simple present tense in three places. Number one is when we talk about habitual actions, we use simple present tense. Here is an example. John eats oranges, not apples. In this sentence, it talks about John's habit. And the verb used in this sentence is eats. And let's look at the next place where we use simple present tense. When we talk about a truth which never changes, then we use simple present tense. Here is an example. The sun rises in the east. Can you change the place of or the direction of the sun's rise? I cannot. I hope you cannot also. So, when this universal truth is spoken about, we use simple present tense. The verb used in this sentence is rises. And here is another example of when we use simple present tense. I have also mentioned in this point that it is used when we talk about facts. Dog is a domestic animal, and that is why we have dog at home as a pet. So in this sentence, the verb used is, and that is what I have mentioned here. So this point says simple present tense can be used when we talk about universal truths and facts which never change. And the third place when we use simple present tense is when we talk about schedules and timetables. Here is an example. College reopens on 7th of July. And in this sentence, reopens is the verb. Once the reopening date is fixed by the college, then it is not changed. So when we talk about schedules and timetables, we use simple present tense. And you may have a doubt, how can we find the verb form of any verb for simple present tense? And I have a table here which explains the form of verb to be used in simple present tense. In case you have an action in the sentence and the subject is I, then use the verb as such, which means the base verb is unchanged. And when you have the words as subject, you, we, and they, then again we use the verb form sing. But when you have a singular subject in the third person, he, she, or it, the verb gets an extra letter S. So when you use I or the plural subjects, then the verb is as such without an addition of the letter S. But when the subject is third person singular, then it is added with the letter S. Now, when you do not have an action in the sentence, what should we do? In the place of the verb, there comes a word. Without a verb, there is no sentence. So, in the place of action verb, there comes a be verb into play in any sentence. So, when the subject is I and the action is not present, then we use the verb am. But when the subject is you, we, or they, the verb used is are. At the same time, when the subject is third person singular, which means he, she, or it, then the verb is. This is all about simple present tense and its usages. I would like to recollect it to remind you. The first place where we use simple present tense is when we talk about habitual actions. And here is an example. John eats oranges. And eats is the verb. Because John is singular and third person, it gets the extra letter S with the base form of the verb eat. And in the second place is when we talk about universal truths and facts. Here are the examples. The sun rises in the east and the dog is a domestic animal. And the third place where we use simple present tense is schedules and timetables. The example is college reopens on 7th July. I hope you have learned how to use simple present tense. Thank you very much.